Hey guys, so today I want to compare the browser in the iPhone 5 with iOS 7 versus the Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini here with like Android 4.2 and the Samsung's own internet browser inside of this baby. So if you just go into here, go to About Device, you can see I just got this device a few days back and it's Android 4.2.2, which is awesome. And then of course we do know that this boy over here has Android or iOS 7 beta 3 and currently waiting in the new beta which could come already on Monday, which is good. So let's just have a look here inside of the browser app. So the first what I want to say here is that the S4 Mini doesn't come with a lot of those cool features that the full-size Galaxy S4 comes with. You can't use features like smart scroll and things. If we go into the settings area over here and we go to my device, we scroll down, you can see that we only have one thing here on the smart screen, and that's smart stay. That basically means the screen stays on as long as you're looking at it, which is of course one nice feature here. But if you go into motion and gestures here, you can see what kind of gestures you do get. And then also you can see that you don't get that kind of hover effect, the smart view I think it's being called, that you also do get on the Samsung Galaxy S4. You can't also scroll with your fingers or something like this, or in other ways with your eyes. You can't do that either with the S4 Mini, I'm pretty sure. So let's just fire up the app here. Of course we do have Safari browser here on the iPhone 5 and Samsung's own TouchWiz UI browser. So the first thing that we can notice here is that, let's see here if we can do so, screen rotation lock is on. So the first thing I do notice here between the AMOLED screen here versus the iPhone display here is that the iPhone display is definitely a lot brighter with the LCD display. The LED backlit IPS LCD display here is way brighter. If you want to have a bright display here, especially in terms of the white colors here, you can probably notice a big difference there in terms of just how crisp they can do that in terms of colors. While the AMOLED screen still looks good, it's not actually that bad, but it's just that the iPhone displays is so powerful in terms of making their display very colorful over here. So I do have also of course full brightness on both these two devices. So if you just take a look now at the kind of UI here, of course Apple with the iOS 7 has made a very simplistic UI up here at the top, so you can just either search or you just go to a website immediately. So that is a good update that they did. Earlier they did have a search bar, but now they did remove that, which is pretty nice in the new iOS 7. Simple, use a little reload button here and you can see that cool animation, which is pretty nice. And also when you go down like this, you can see it goes smaller up there at the top, which is pretty nice. You can also see those forward and back keys, your share button here in the middle, and then you can see your bookmarks and your reading list. And then also you do have a private mode if you want to search for porn or something. I'm not really sure. If you compare it against the features here, you can see that Samsung has stuffed everything here at the top bar and leaving it clean there at the bottom. Of course, in terms of display size here, what I can say here pretty quick is that the Galaxy S4 Mini here is a little bit bigger. It is a 4.3-inch display versus 4-inch display here on the iPhone 5. So you can see that they stuffed in everything there at the top bar, which makes it looks not exactly as good. You can see www when you go down, it doesn't go small up there at the top. The tab system is not the best, looks very outdated here. I just have to say that it looks very outdated. This they could definitely do better in this kind of area. Let's see here, and we also do have a feature up here where you can see your bookmarks. And then also of course you do have the menu key down here, which you can access if you do want to get some quick shortcuts here. They do have a cool feature here called Find on Page if you want to find specific text on a page. I really don't think that you get that in the inside of the iPhone 5. You also do have the incognito mode, which of course is as the private mode on the iPhone that you can just go secret. I do enjoy this desktop view feature though, that let's say you are on Google and you want to see the full desktop version here because you have this big display. You can just easily get that by enabling the desktop view. You also do have the history, which I don't think also we do get in the iPhone browser. But still, of course, it's probably not a big deal in terms of features. Many of the features are pretty much the same. So now if we compare kind of the performance here when we go in and out, let's start off here with the S4 Mini. And you can see that with the dual core 1.7 GHz clock processor, the Adreno 305 GPU, it doesn't have any noticeable problems going in and out. It stops like all of the rendering in the background, which is quite nice. The iPhone though feels a little bit better here, even though it's almost the same. But in terms of rendering, it seems like it's a little bit snappier to re-render, while you have to wait a few milliseconds extra here on the S4 Mini. Is it a big difference? No, really it's a tiny difference if we think about the price difference on these. And of course on the iPhone we do have this kind of cool effect, this kind of cool bubble-ish effect when you go in and out, and when you go on the sides it's like so, very nice. If you also do just try to do a quick double tap here, you can see that it has a little bit longer, it looks a little bit snappier, a little bit more smooth here on the iPhone, but a little bit quicker here on the S4 Mini. So now let's just click on this little thing. You can see here it loads about a little bit quicker here on the Safari, definitely. And we can see that we do have the same kind of ads here on this page. If we check out scrolling here, if we go in a little bit, and of course this is a bad thing here, like in terms of reading this text, it is pretty hard on both these two devices. So both these two devices have a mode called reading mode. We do have it already web up here in that green little button there on top of the S4 Mini. And then what it will do, if you're on an article, it will find all the text in the article and all the cool pictures and all the bullet points and everything, and you just remove all the ads and all the clutter, and you can also change the text here. If you want to get the same kind of mode here on the S4 or on the iPhone 5, you need to go up until you see that bar at the top, and then you can just tap here, and then in a very simple view here you do kind of get the same thing here. Let's see here, it didn't add all those pictures though that we did get. No, you didn't get the top picture here. It seems like we actually did get more of the article here inside of the S4 Mini. Interesting. And also what I like with this Android phone is that when you scroll up and down, let's go back here. When we scroll up and down, let's go in a little bit like so. Yeah, so when you scroll up and down, you can see how quick it is here in the S4 Mini. Just with one swipe you can go from the top to the bottom, where on the iPhone I do have to do like 1, 2, 3, sometimes 3. Very simple here, just one swipe. Personally I do prefer that, just one swipe, especially if you are on a page where you're just going to read a lot, then definitely that will make some difference. Let's also try to load up an image here. So I'm connected to my Wi-Fi network, so we should probably notice a big difference. Okay, whatever, it doesn't want to load. Just gonna load up the page here, and one more time here, Safari really seems to be optimized in terms of JavaScript and all those things, because it did load up very quick. So let's tap on this one more time. It loads up a little bit quicker here, a little bit snappier. if we see how much we can zoom in over here, you can see how close we can get over here on the BlackBerry text. So you can actually get a lot closer also to text inside of the iPhone 5, which definitely could be interesting to know about. And I'm pretty sure you do get a little bit higher resolution here on the S4 Mini, but then of course, I'm pretty sure it's a 720p display versus a little bit lower than 720p on the iPhone, but the iPhone is a little bit smaller, 4 inches instead of 4.3, so I'm not quite sure at the moment which one has the most PPI, but I can definitely do more reading comparison in the future if people are interested in that. Let's go to the review section here pretty quick also. And one more time, it just crush the iPhone 5 is definitely quicker in terms of speed when we are loading up articles and such as well. So just quickly look here comparing these two phones. Of course, there's not a massive difference in terms of speed, but hopefully this video may have helped some people a little bit out there to now know some more information about the browser in the S4 and also in the iPhone 5 with iOS 6. Have a good day.